Hello, my dears. Hello, welcome. Good morning. How are you? So, my dears, today we will start a new concept. Okay, we'll talk on a new important concept. Okay, let's deal with a new concept. Notice. We'll talk about writing section and we'll start notice. Okay. So first, notice. First, if I start, notice is a short composition. Okay, we make notice for informing many students together. Okay, especially we use notice in school, colleges, university, or government offices or departments, where we wanted to inform each and every person. Okay, because we cannot, in a school we cannot inform each and every students for what, for upcoming events, for forthcoming events which is going to take place in your school or offices. Okay, so for that, notice plays very important and vital role to inform a big group, to inform all the students, to inform large number of people together. Okay, in a short time. And one more thing, when you join the school, okay, when you come to the school, when you enter in the school, so first you are curious to see on notice board pasted. No, first you curious to see notice on notice board. Okay, where it kept. So you have curiosity to know about what is going to take place in a school in forthcoming days. Okay, what will be going to take place in a school in forthcoming days. So you are excited to know, you are eager to know about the things which will be going to take place in a school in forthcoming days. Okay, and especially before the vacation. If suppose you have vacation of Christmas, you have vacation of any festival like Diwali. Okay, so you are curious to know, you wanted to know about how many days you will get the vacation or the leave. So for that you are curious to know. Okay, so notice plays very important and vital role in special school, colleges, university, or government offices, to inform large number of people, to inform a big group, to inform all the students, each and everyone. Because we cannot go in each room, or we cannot go to every student, okay, to inform about everything what is going to take place. So that's why a short composition notice is very useful. Okay, and notice is a formal mean to inform everyone. It is formal. Okay, so now we'll see how to write notice. So first we are going to see some rules and regulation to write notice. First, number one, regulation we are going to see. Check, take my words. Number one, keep the notice in enclosed box. We always keep the notice in enclosed box. Number one. Number two, your words should not exceed 50 words. Your words should not exceed more than 50 words. Okay. Number three, you should write on a relevant topic which you have given. You should write on relevant theme or subject which you have given. Okay, not to go irrelevant while making notices. Okay, number three, we always use passive voice while making notices. Okay, we should avoid active voice. We should avoid the sentence making in active voice while making notice. So we use passive voice instead of active voice. Number four, we should avoid using personal pronoun like I, me, we. Okay, we should avoid using personal pronoun like I, me, we. Okay, in place of, instead of, we are going to use third person. So we use third person in place of personal pronoun. Okay, then next, your language should be proper. Okay, and you should write notice like formal. Okay, and your structure, your sentences should be well arranged and well mannered and well organized. Okay, and grammatically also you should write correct. Okay, so it is all the okay, we talk about the regulation while making notice. So number one, keep the notice in box. Number two, your word limit should not exceed 50 words. Number three, always use passive voice instead of, in place of active voice. Okay, always use third person in place of first person. Okay, and you should go on a relevant topic given to you, not irrelevant. Okay, and the structure and sentence should be unified and well arranged and well organized in the sentences. Okay, so this is about the regulation. Okay, now we are going to see how to deal with notice, how to make the notice. So first make a box. First draw a box. So because we are going to keep notice in a box, number one. We'll keep the notice in enclosed box, number one. And then number two, on the top, in place of header, on the top of the notice, on the top of the notice means inside the box, on the top of the notice, inside the box, in the middle, we write, okay, we write name of a school, we write name of institution, we write name of organization in capital letter. Okay, write name of a school, institution and organization in capital letter on the top of the notice. Okay, on the top of the notice in place of header. Okay, in middle. Number two, give a space. Okay, then we write word notice also in capital letter. Okay, number two, we write word notice in capital letter. Number three, number three, it's time to write date. Okay, so we mention date on left hand side. We mention date on left hand side, but it should be in proper manner, like dd YY, date, month, and year. Like if I want to write 27, if I write 27/10/1987, 27/10/2020, so it's not good to write in this way. Means don't use slash and dash while making notice. Okay, and one more regulation I forget to tell you, that you should mention what is going to take place. You always, if you are dealing with the body, if you are going to write the body of notice, so you should remember three things: what, when, where. What means what is going to take place, and what will be going to take place. Number two, when it is going to take place. When means in when you should mention time, date and day. Okay, the number three, where is going to take place, where the event is going to take place, on which place the event will be going to take place. Means you should mention about the place also. Then at last you conclude the notice by saying if you have any query, if you have any doubt, if you have any question, so contact undersigned. Who will be undersigned? The designatory person will be undersigned. Like Rahul Sharma, you make a proper designation at the end. Okay, like Rohan Sharma, cultural secretary. So then you can conclude any notice. So okay, how to write notice? So keep the notice in enclosed box, number one. Then on the top of the notice, inside the notice, on the top, in the middle, we make a heading, name of the school, organization, institution in capital letter, give the space, then write word notice in capital letter. Then on left hand side, mention the date like 15th March, 2020. Keep comma in between year and month. Oh sorry, month and year. Okay, so 14th January, 2020. Then you have one more heading on fourth number. Again, in the middle, you mention about a subject, you mention about the theme given to you, and which you, and the theme you had been asked. Okay, which you had been asked the theme. You mention on fourth place, but it should be in block letters. First letter can be capital and rest should be the small. So it is about four heading from the top, okay, to middle. Then you use the body. Then it's time to complete the body. So your body of notice should be divided or should be based on 3 points: what, when, where. Means what is going to take place. Okay, what will be going to take place in forthcoming days, in upcoming days. Number two, when it is going to take place. In when you should mention date, day and time. Okay, then third, where it is going to take place, where the event is going to take place. Means in where you mention about the place, school ground, auditorium, like that. Then at last, at the time of concluding, so we conclude by saying, if you have any query, if you have any doubt and question, you can meet or you can ask undersigned, you can contact undersigned. So in undersigned, you sign yourself. Means the person who is going to make notice will write his name and with designation: senior secretary, cultural secretary, or prefect, or head boy, or captain. So like that you can make any notice. So on the basis of these idea or these regulation, we are going to prepare two notices. Okay, we'll check. So number one, okay, from the book, you are Alok Yadav. You are Alok Yadav, president of a cultural organization called Progressive Theatre, Bhopal. Write a notice for publication in a newspaper inviting interested student between 15 to 17 years for an audition. Okay, to be held at Ravindra Bhavan, Bhopal on 15th of June. So you are a person, okay, Alok Yadav, and you are president of Progressive Theatre. Okay, so what to do? Okay, we'll do one thing in place of this question. I am replacing this question. Okay, because first we want to understand some important notices, then we'll go for the rest. Okay, so now we'll talk about workbook page number 138. Workbook page number 138. We are seeing workbook page number 138 notice, then we'll see workbook page number 139 notice. We'll start from that notices. A boy is missing. A boy is missing and the police. Okay, but before it, okay, sorry, again I am interrupting. Okay, you are Taruna, page number 139. Okay, you are Taruna Vyas, in charge of the cultural committee, Paramount Public School. Okay, and your principal gave you a letter about an inter-school debate competition, inter-school cultural program. Okay, in which your school has to take part. Your school has to take part in cultural competition. Okay, taking relevant detail from the letter and write a notice asking a student to appear for selection. So you are going to inform your school's student to get registered themselves in that cultural program. Okay, number one, first keep the notice in enclosed box. Okay, then in the middle on the top you should write the name of a school, organization and institution in capital letter. So Foundation of Education Harda means Paramount Public School Sagar. Then give the space, write notice. Okay, notice, the word notice in capital letter. Number two. Number three, mention the date on left hand side in a proper way, like 25th April, 2020. Okay, then fourth heading, in between, okay, in middle. Okay, you again mention a heading with a block letter, means the concerned subject which you had been asked, which you had been given. So what you had been given, inter-school cultural program. The heading you have been given, inter-school cultural program. So let's start cracking the main body of notice. So you should divide in three. You should divide on the basis of 3 points: what, when, where. What is going to take place, when it is going to take place, and where it will be going to take place. Number one, this is to be notified. You see how we start from third person. We start from demonstrative pronoun, not by first person. We are using third person instead of first person. So this is to be notified to all the students, means you are going to inform to all the students, but you write from third person. Okay, this is to be notified to all the students that our school is. Okay, this is a notification, this is a notice for all the students. We are informing to you that our school is organizing an inter-school cultural program in forthcoming days. Okay, so then what is going to take place? Cultural program. Okay, a cultural program in your school. When it is going to take place? Now you mention day, time, day. 2nd October 2020. Then we'll show about the where. So before it you can mention, you can add the event includes. You can add further details like the event includes music, dance and skit also. Okay, then those who want to participate, okay, may contact the undersigned. Okay, in the office between 2 to 4 p.m. So you have already mentioned about the place, your school ground. Okay, then you sign okay, what name? Tarun Vyas. Okay, and who is Tarun Vyas? A designation, cultural committee. Okay, Tarun Vyas, president of cultural committee. So easily you can deal any notice. So it was about a notice. Okay, again we'll see one more notice. We are going to see science exhibition. Okay, we'll see science exhibition. So you are Abraham John. Okay, you are Abraham John, means John Abraham. You are John Abraham. Okay, secretary of your school science club. Okay, a science exhibition is going to take place in your school, so you should make a notice, okay, for all the students to get themselves registered, okay, for it. So first heading, name of school organization in capital letter, then give the space, then the word notice also in capital letter, then you should mention the date on left hand side in a proper manner, DDMMYY. Then you mention what name, the concerning subject, science exhibition in block letter, first letter should be capital, next or rest will be in a small, science exhibition. Okay, so let's start. Our school means we start from third person. Okay, our school is going to, what is going to take place? So our school is going to organize a science exhibition, okay, for 3 days. Okay, then when, okay, so starting, just remember what, when, where. Okay, so starting from 2nd October. Okay, so all the students are hereby informed that all the students are hereby invited to submit. Okay, you want to, because it is a science exhibition, so you must submit your project and model, okay, before the competition, okay, for showing in competition. Okay, so then they are observed. Okay, so to submit your project and model for it. So then you are adding further information by saying 3 best project. Okay, 3 best project and model shall be rewarded. Reward is must and necessary to encourage the student for participation. Okay, so the 3 best projects and model shall be rewarded. Okay, 3. So they would try after listening about the rewards, because they get for getting the reward they must effort well. Okay, so many eminent personalities shall grace the occasion, means, okay, so it means you are just telling about the designatory person, the special guest, the chief guest, okay, who are coming in this event. Okay, the last date, okay, the last date of submission, then you further added about the last date of submission would be 25 September. Okay, and if you have any query, if you have any question and doubt, so you may contact with undersign. Who is undersigned? Abraham John Abraham, cultural secretary, its designation. Okay, so like that you can deal any notice easily.